afternoon. 18 members of the Philippine National Police are implicated in the complaint affidavit of whistleblower Julie Dondon Patidongan in connection with the abductions of the missing sabungeros. In a television interview on Tuesday, July 15, National Police Commission Vice Chairperson and Executive Officer Rafael Calinisan clarifies that there were not only 12 but 18 names in the complaint. According to Calinisan, the agency is looking into 13 active policemen and possibly 5 dismissed cops. Patidongan lodged a complaint against the police officers at the Napolcom central office in Quezon City on Monday afternoon, July 14. Several relatives of the missing sabungeros joined him. At a press conference after the filing of the complaint, Patidongan named 10 of the police officers he claimed to be involved in the abductions. In Tuesday's interview, Calinisan does not identify who the remaining 8 cops were. He says the complaint summons will be issued to all of the respondents following the initial evaluation. Calinisan also expects that Patidongan will file another complaint affidavit. He assures the public that the case will be resolved within 60 days. Patidongan previously claimed that police officers were involved in the abductions of the sabungeros. At least 34 sabungeros went missing between April 2021 and January 2022, although Patidongan said the number of victims could be as high as 100. Justice Secretary Boying Remulla says the search for the missing sabungeros in Taal Lake will likely continue for 6 months. In a radio interview on Tuesday, July 15, Remulla highlights the difficulty of searching for human remains in a vast lake like Taal Lake in Batangas. The Philippine National Police earlier confirmed that human remains were among the bones recovered from the lake. According to Remulla, the Department of Justice has been working on the case for 3 years. He says the DOJ is now in the process of organizing everything for the presentation of evidence. Remulla adds that the process can't be rushed despite how much one might want to know what happened right away. He says the agency is also building a DNA bank by getting samples from family members of the missing sabungeros. PNP spokesperson Brigadier General Jean Fajardo said on Monday, July 14, that DNA samples had been secured from 12 relatives. The samples and remains recovered from Taal Lake are now set for scientific examination by the PNP Forensic Group. Philippine Coast Guard divers have so far recovered 5 sacks with undisclosed contents from Taal Lake. One of the sacks contained suspected charred human bones found on the lakebed about 10 meters from the shore of Barangay Balakilong in Laurel Town, Batangas. In June, whistleblower Julie Dondon Patidongan claimed that the 34 missing sabungeros were buried in Taal Lake. He also revealed that the victims were allegedly strangled with a tie wire before their bodies were dumped into the lake. Patidongan was one of the 6 security guards accused of abducting the sabungeros. 8 of the 21 Filipino seafarers from the ill-fated MV Eternity Sea are now safe in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. In a statement on Tuesday, July 15, the Department of Foreign Affairs says the seafarers are now under the care of the Philippine Consulate General in Jeddah, the Migrant Workers Office in Jeddah, and their shipping agency. According to the DFA, the rescued Filipinos will undergo a mandatory medical assessment before their scheduled repatriation. The DFA also thanks the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for extending visa considerations to the 8 Filipinos on humanitarian grounds. Earlier, the MV Eternity Sea sank in the Red Sea after Yemen-based Houthi militants attacked with sea drones and rocket-propelled grenades. The bulk carrier was sailing under the Liberian flag. It carried 22 crew members, 21 of whom are Filipinos. The Philippine government has barred Filipino seafarers from boarding vessels that pass through the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden. The Department of Migrant Workers has required manning agencies to submit a written guarantee that vessels with Filipino crew members will not pass through the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden. The 2 areas have been designated as warlike zones. And these are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good afternoon.